Well, given the fact that this is a global network of researchers on training of PhDs and young postdocs, I hope that we can come up with some international comparison, learning from comparing practices in various parts of the world, developing maybe a common understanding on the one hand of the differences among and between the various countries, and also, of course, to develop some common recommendations which we can then also communicate to other institutions, particularly to policymakers, rectors and other people in charge of structuring higher education and research. Well, as we are on our way towards creating a knowledge-based economy, it's pretty clear that research training will be more important in the future, particularly for the young generation and the future leaders in our various parts of society. So it's not just to be knowledgeable in your special field of expertise, but also needed to have, let's say, a good sense of what is going on around you and getting a kind of overview and getting the capacity to judge and to make differences. But of course, when you look at the overall development, I think, first of all, structured doctoral education is still not in place everywhere in the world. It's still a long way to go. Even in Germany, we've been struggling for quite some time to get across the concept of graduate schools, so that you combine highly specialized research on the one hand with capacity building in various other aspects on the other, and that you really try to set up a kind of coursework for the doctoral students in order to, in the end, maybe help them to become stewards of their discipline as well as future leaders in various parts of society. We first of all have to pay attention to the huge differences, particularly in cases like my foundation, when you are confronted with the situation that you on the one hand want to give the most ambitious and creative people in Germany a chance, but that you also want to work your way towards symmetric partnerships with African, Central Asian institutions and their researchers, in particular when you want to open up sustainable career patterns for people from these parts of the world, and finally also help them to return to their home country to uplift the economy in these various countries where it's of course badly needed that these kind of people return.